Hello, this is a Plat 3 Sigma VOD review, and the post on this one said they were feeling stuck, so they wanted some things to work on. And looking through it, there were some things that had to deal with like your range and your timing and your mechanics. So I have a few fights here. The first one just happens to be the first fight. And Genji dies, that's just on him. But now we're gonna go through, and as far as your job here, Genji's coming back soon. It's really just to spam them with damage in a spot where you can't take a lot of damage back. And Sigma can poke out, pop his 2 shots, and poke back in. That's just a simple way to do it. I just wanted to look at your shield usage for the next 15 seconds here. And where we're standing. And this is really stressful as far as where you're standing and everything and who do we even aim at. So just sitting here someplace like here is safe. Genji's coming back, so if you don't like this crossfire, you can honestly even do this. Force her out, shoot the Rhine, and if the Rhine charges you, then you just live and your team will be able to come back. Because see, like Genji is going cafe. If you go here and they react, then Genji gets this for free. But because every time you use the shield, there's 2 seconds before it actually starts recharging, and you use the shield a second time before 2 seconds pass, so we're basically just getting nowhere with the shield. And like even those, you can just be here on the payload and just poke out. Because eventually we do want to let it recharge. And we're not pushing, so we don't really need to be using it. But this is good. And Ryan's starting to get his barrier broken. We can move up, because I think we stay on payload. We can move up to someplace like here. And that way we get closer to these guys. And we get a better angle on the guys holding this corner. So as Sigma, it helps to move up to a place like this, basically a spot where they can't force you out of. This would be dangerous for Soldier, but even though you're not a very tanky tank, you're still a tank, and you can basically just sit here all day until you kill someone or force so many abilities that they have to just all back up. Because this fight, it'll just keep going. And that was a great opening. We kind of shot him. This is where we use our barrier. We pop it out here, we block the healing and the damage, and then we can get up in his face because he's really low, and our team will help us. So this is kind of the opening we're looking for to push and barrier, but we're just going to respect this guy way too much. And he does get a Suzu. I mean, it's risky to come up here, but it's payload attack. You have to take some risk. We're pushing him back a little. And Ryan misses this charge. Whenever you're on a tank matchup that you don't like, and they move past you like this, you have the option to just go for their backline. He's finally not on you, he can't charge you. This would be a good time to actually just go for their backline. It's an option. Unless you really think you can kill the Nano Rhine that takes 50% less damage. Because he's still getting healed and everyone just Sojourn is sliding because she's in 0% risk now that you turned your back, so. But our supports are going to keep us alive. And now he's discorded, so we can move up again. And I really like same plan, force the Kiri to teleport, go for Ana. Now we got a good angle on these guys too, instead of here where they can just kind of hide behind this car. So same thing where you kind of push up and take a really slight angle and just start pulling their team apart, because we're just too passive again.
This ends now.
And that shield, Obviously, you can't block Reinhammer. The first time I saw this, I thought it was just you had to make a quick decision and you did something silly. But this is going to happen again, so I'm just pointing out you want to block the damage and the healing. This is the stuff you really want to block right here. Don't just throw it on like the target you're on if you've got better stuff to block. Because he's discorded, he's low HP. If we just use a better barrier, we don't get slept, and he's discorded, and this is it. This is the second opening we're getting. It's still here, by the way. Like, push this all the way out and go for this guy. Genji's gonna try and do it. He's basically doing it for us. And we finally win. The team fight was basically old enough to drink. It happened so long because we weren't using the barrier well at the beginning, the bad positioning. We never actually tried to kind of come up and pressure people and all that stuff. And when we did, the barriers weren't blocking the healing, so that's just a bunch of stuff to work on, because this was, yeah, we're already 2 minutes on the clock. And now we are going to win this team fight with ults and that'll limb. I'm going to the next one. I think that Ryan gets nanoed and we get reset. But now we're back. This is good damage on the Sojourn. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing the play I wanted, because this is really awkward for the Ryan now that we're actually in an aggressive spot that splits his attention and all this, so. And this is tricky, but I see this Sojourn got pinged on your screen, and we saw her. So we should just go for her, and then keep wrapping and go for the Kiri, the Ana. We don't have to run after this Ryan just because your Genji is being an idiot. Which is hard. I just had a game yesterday where this Tracer was playing like Vendetta, and I would like fling myself in after her and forget about map control and spacing and everything, and I would just die with her, and I'm like, what am I doing? But that's basically what's gonna happen. Yeah, and even if he doesn't have ult, I mean, you're in between an Ana, a Rhine, and a bunch of people. Sigma likes to soften people up before he actually pushes in. If you just push in, Ryan's numbers are bigger, so. But we are gonna, our team is gonna win that. Barely, and then we go to the next point. So we kill the Ryan again. And we should just be completely aggressively taking the map control away from these guys. We kind of do it. We saw the Ana up here and the Kiri teleported. So that's kind of where I'm thinking to go. And we do see the Xion, but just, it's gonna be the barrier. Like, this is just really a pointless barrier. I guess if your plan was to walk through it, you kind of... But I mean, it's better just to block the source. Like, just walk up here, barrier, bye. And then this Xion isn't gonna get all this healing. Yeah, and this is all closer too. Like, these are the people you can reliably kill, a no teleport Kiri and an Ana, versus chasing this person's bike around, so. Because this is so unfortunate. And now Kiri does have teleport, so she's honestly not that great a target. She's just gonna teleport away, so. Because we just end up sort of, we don't get the elims because we were sluggish, and then the bad barrier, and we just end up getting kind of destroyed without even seeing what's going on, and that's because they had all the map control, and suddenly this Ana is like on top of us. And yeah, so that was really just you gotta set up a little harder, use your barriers better, and actually pressure people, or else this stuff happens to you. But now we'll go with the defense. Because defense is a little better for Sigma. And we're just shooting him. Ryan's going to come up to the corner. And usually tanks can hold a corner like this. Ryan versus Sigma's a little different. We gotta say, like, our team is now Freya and Soldier. And Ryan is just tankier than us, so it's okay to give a little ground and sort of extend this team fight as much as possible. what you can do is back up to here, and then your DPS can come here, and you're holding the more aggressive spot, because this is kind of awkward for Soldier, but as Sigma, you can hold a spot like this, where you're split from your team. The issue I have is that you didn't give up space soon enough. It's okay to give up 10 meters, and then push back in when you see an opening. Or if the Rhine charges your team, then you can go back in. But we kind of start to go back late, and then we go back in. But we just can't force hold this corner as Sigma. So this was a huge mistake, going back in. And now that we're 270 health, 69 barrier, nice. Like, now we're gonna try and run away, but it's too late. If we're here, and the Rhine goes for us, while we're here with full health and barrier, this goes differently. If we have full health and barrier here, we live this. Rhine gets shot in the side, and who cares if he quote-unquote wins the tank trade? He's gonna get shot in the side and pay for this, but we were 200 health before he even had to start chasing us, and that's the issue. So just the little, like, poke him, give up 10 meters, look to push back in later. That's kind of the thing. Watching a bunch of top 500 Sigmas when I was first learning him, that was something they did that I was like, oh, mind blown, but... And we're gonna die, of course. Like, no barrier really either, so he can get healed and damage follow-up all he wants. And then the last one. So we kill their Rhine, and see if we can get some cleanup kills. And Rhine's back, so the chance to get cleanup kills is over. I just want to think about how to reset the defense here, and I'll let you think about it. But same thing, we don't want to challenge Rhine at the first possible corner just because he has more HP and stuff, so. What I like is sitting up here, and your team is kind of going aggressive, but they'll kind of adjust their positioning based off you. And some of them can be over here and you're up here. You're controlling this side and the payload. If Rhine wants to go for you, he really has to, like, come up. And we're just doing a lot of consistent damage, but... And even if this isn't ults, even if this is just a Lucio speed boost and a Reinhardt, you lose here. Like, don't let the fact you got ulted trick you into thinking, like, it wasn't a good play. This was a bad play. We can totally be up here. And then he can't shatter everyone together also if you're up here. He's constantly just getting shot in the side, and it kind of makes it super awkward for him. So this was another thing where we're just not setting up at a good range, especially on defense. It's okay to give up like 10 meters just so you can get better spam damage is kind of what I want to get across to you. And then you push back in later if you see an opening. But if you work on that and some of your barriers and when to actually push up on attack, if you fix those things, then you'll definitely get better at Sigma, so good luck.